Hey folks, Keric here and welcome back to part 15 of this Primal walkthrough on PS2. First thing we need to do is switch over to Scree. We finally get to use the wee bugger in this level. Thankfully we left him at the dam, which is quite close to the section of tunnels that Jen opened up. On our way back through. So just head off through those. And basically you're making your way back to the area where there was a very strong current and Jen couldn't swim down it. Make use of the facilities while we're here. Obviously Scree, being a living stone, can quite happily walk down, even though there are strong currents. So we're going to be making use of that ability. Pretty much all the other exits in the area are blocked off or whatever. So this is the only way we can now go. And it's the area on the left coming up that has all the whale, fish, creature bones in it. Nope, next one. There we go. Doesn't do a lot from our worry that it's a great big fish swimming around somewhere just ready and waiting to get me. Finding bones of huge big bloody fish all over the place really doesn't help. Okay, so just push the rock, block off the flow, and then we can quite happily switch back to Jen. And once we do, just switch to undown form. Get your miserable seafaring body into the water. And if we head up to the north, we can make our way through the gate. And once through the gate, the newly opened area should just be on the left hand side. This tunnel really upsets my sense of direction. Can't help wonder if you're on the same plane as the water in the last section, and then you come through that and turn 90 degrees, then surely the water should be at 90 degrees or something. I don't know, maybe it's in a cave. So yeah, meet up with Scree again, and there's a whole load of barnacles as per usual, so ooh, get away. No touch, no touchy. Don't touch the lady. And once we're through, it takes us out into the bay area. On the right, the tunnely type section is where we want to go. There is a card up there. But unfortunately no beach this early. It is actually just the beach up ahead. I could have just swum straight across and got up on it, but we'll go the long way around. Make things a little bit more interesting. So you basically want to keep an eye out for a tunnel, there we go, on the right hand side. And as we make our way up through that, it'll take us up and onto dry land. So as per usual, have a switch into Jen's human form. Once you're out of the water, of course.
No.
Oh, come on, stop being stubborn and just breathe, woman. There we go. It's much more like it. And I have a bit of a dirt moment here. Looking around for the card and thinking, where the hell is it? Obviously forgetting that the damn eggs are basically the equivalent of barrels. So I'm just having a look in case I've got the wrong beach or something, which I don't. At least I don't think I have. No, certainly no other beach. Even though there is that area to the northeast. Does look like a beach, but unfortunately it's not. Also bear in mind there is a circular area off to the northwest, not the two circles, the one beyond it with the little broken lines on the west and east sides. We'll need to go there eventually. So anyway, arson around finished. Make my way back. And finally realise I kick these down things. And pick up the card. Which is the Ace of Cups and represents the undying aspect in game. Just going to check these other eggs. I'm guessing all this egg kicking is probably why the crab people later on are so pissed off with me. But anyway, once you're done, just make your way into the water, and once you're in deep enough, switch back to undying form. And as I said earlier, we're wanting to make our way to the northwest. Unfortunately, I managed to go to the southwest. Soon catch on though. So not to worry. Make our way around the central area. And it looks like a weird mushroom type thing with lights and holes on the top, so that's pretty much what you're aiming for. There we go, just off in the distance. There will be another enemy waiting for you when you make it over there, so do be careful. I think it's one of the red ones as well. Nasty little buggers they are. So we'll just take care of him as quickly as we can. If he doesn't completely and utterly own me. Got a really bad habit of moving entirely out of your range, which is quite annoying considering the range that she does have underwater. Grunt, grunt, grunt. Stab, stab, stab. And down his health goes. And finally we can just kill the little bugger. And once you do, make your way into the mushroom. And open up the door. Oh god, more of these bloody things. Make your way carefully through the passageway. There's no particular place you can just swim down, so kind of use your own judgment. It shouldn't be too hard to get past them all. They are kind of everywhere, but there always tends to be an area that's got a few less. So it's never impossible to pass. And my god, that's a hell of a lot of eggs. I feel like I should make a hit, that's what she said joke, but it doesn't really work at all. Right. Joys of long, winding tunnels. So since there's one handy, we're going to pull out Scree. Make sure he's with us. And then follow the tunnels through. Until we reach this gate where we get a nice little cutscene.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
We've just met King Adaro?
Right. Lewis's drummer gets like that after his 5th shot of Jack.
The poor Undyne Adaro was attacking must have been dead for days.
Well, if he does that to him, just think what he'd be like with us.
I suggest we hurry up and get these waters purified. But I doubt we've seen the last of King Adaro.
Just tempt fate, Scree. Go on. No chance at all now of getting through without meeting the bugger again.
Way too heavy. Let's try it together.
So anyway, just push this gate down. Which brings us into an area with 4 exits. We will be going through them all pretty much. The one directly in front of us we can't open yet, which is the one King Adaro went through. There's also an iris that we can open off to the right. Some caves off to the now left. And there's also a ladder just in front of us. This takes us up to a kind of item cache type area. So feel free to go up and have a look if you want. I wasn't expecting it to be so many of those barnacle things on the roof. Sorta, I can't even be bothered changing. We'll just send Scree up the ladder. There's not a lot Jen's going to be able to do anyway. longest ladder ever. Come on, climb faster. An extra lodestone, and I think that might actually be about it. There is the energy well over towards the left hand side, and there's also the teleporter, but we don't really need either, so we're just going to leave.
No.
I'm trying to see if I can drain energy out of him, considering there's an energy well so close, but at the moment I can't. So we'll just leave it. And back down we go, avoiding the barnacle and enemy things along the way, and work our way over towards the Aris. Just have a quick top up. That last battle kind of drained me a bit. And if we're going to go into new areas, there's bound to be a few enemies in it, so I don't want to really take any chances. Anyway.
Think the door needs power. Maybe if the substations were running.
So we can't open up the Aris just yet, which means we need to make our way down towards the south. Well, I'm saying south. It might be bloody west for all I know. Down towards the bottom area along the tunnels. And as you can see, there are 3 tunnels off to the left. There are also 2 of those bubble flows that push you off to the side. They exist on the 2nd and 3rd tunnels, I think. So just let them blow you in. And you can feel free to open up this hatch if you want. Come on, grab it, Jen. Jen does seem to have a little bit of difficulty pulling those levers underwater for some reason. Scree, of course, has no problem whatsoever. But anyway, once you're done with Jen, just switch over to Scree, and you'll notice on the right hand side there is a huge big rock. So as we did last time, we want to block off some of these channels. Yeah, there are a couple of the different bubble flows, so make sure you're actually pushing it towards the end one. Otherwise, whenever Jen swims out, she's going to be swimming against the current, basically. If you block the end one, it gives her that end channel to make her way through, so giving her a far better chance. Also, you won't need to change it whenever you go back. The end tunnel will be clear as well, so it's pretty much the best configuration. Just checking it's lined up correctly, which it is. Obviously there was something in that hatch and I've just completely and utterly ignored it. Oh well. So once we're out, make your way along to the left. Past all the foreboding rocks. There actually are 2 enemies here. I managed to pretty much just swim completely past one, oblivious to my presence. Which is okay because he's the hard one. We'll take down this guy. Easy enough. And once he's dead, swim over to the iris and open up the door. And this brings us to another one of the substations, but there is a bit of a twist with this one. As you'll see shortly once the cutscene kicks in. You will need to have Scree with you for this, so just bring him along. It would be very nice to leave him way back, but unfortunately we can't. He's going to be involved in this cutscene, so he needs to be with you. And since we drained his energy a little bit, we'll pick up these rocks while we're here. Or not, as the case may be.
Okay, we've got to get this thing going right now. See how that stuff was spreading?
I'll check the master switch and get ready to turn it on. Something wrong? Who are you?
I am Arturo, substation engineer.
Let's get him out of there.
What happened?
A terrible demon came here. Began attacking us. Killed everyone else. He disabled our equipment. Doomed my people. I was able to escape and hide here, but now I'm trapped. Soon, I will join my brothers. All my days, I've never known the turbines silent. The water is very bad now. You must get the pumps working.
There must be some way out.
Believe me, I am no hero. There is no choice. At least now, I will hear those turbines one last time. Know that my race will survive.
Your queen will be proud of you.
What are you doing?
I'm going to get the pumps working.
And what about him?
There is nothing we can do, and we have no time. The water is poisoning the population as we speak.
So you're just gonna kill him?
Jen, he knows the sacrifice he's making. We're talking about an entire race, Jen, and probably all of Oblivion. You can't put all that at risk for one Undyne.
You just watch me.
We have no choice.